Now Rajya Sabha member and lovely professional university founder Ashok Kumar Mittal has refreshed his call for a national commission for men, citing the Pune case of alleged murder of 26-year-old Ketan Agarwal, for which his fiancée and her friend have been arrested. Now Mittal termed the case as deeply disturbing and on Saturday shared a video of Rajya Sabha proceedings from December 2025, when he moved a private member's bill for such a commission, apparently along the lines of the National Commission for Women or the NCW. I'm stating here, the Ketan Agarwal case is a reminder that men too can be victims. Mittal had written this on X, and he also added that they deserve institutional support, legal protection, and a platform where their voices are heard. Justice must be equal for everyone, irrespective of gender. Now, such private bills hardly get to even the voting stage since independence. Only 14 such bills have become law, and none have successfully passed both the houses of the parliament since 1970. Well, we have a very special guest now joining us on the broadcast. Mr. Ashok Kumar Mittal, a Rajya Sabha MP, is with us on this broadcast to help us understand his perspective on this entire issue. Thank you so much, sir, for taking out your time and for speaking to NewsX. We appreciate it, Dr. Mittal. So I want to begin this conversation by asking from your perspective, how do you think that this particular Pune case actually underscores the institutional gaps that the bill that you are trying to put up in the parliament, how will that resolve this? And I also want to understand, do you believe that this bill can really solve the problems that the society currently is facing?
Thank you very much, ma'am. I appreciate your concern. We have seen very recently Ketan Agarwal case, which was a very tragic incident, and I must appreciate Chief Minister of Maharashtra, who has appointed special team to investigate, along with that special prosecutor to fight the case in the court of law, which shows that Maharashtra government is very serious about any crime committed on anyone. I feel crime has no gender. The crime could be upon men, it could be upon women. We have seen the government of India is very conscious of this fact and has given due protection to women in form of different bills, different laws which help women in the hour of her distress. Domestic violence, dowry death, all those cases, which is appreciable, and some criminal cases too. But there is no such kind of legal protection, specific legal protection available to men. Looking at that, I introduced this bill, which is in the parliament, where we feel if any injustice is done to men, they can also should have some remedial legal protection to fight and to legal protection which can help him fight those injustices done to a man.
Absolutely. And Dr. Mittal, I also want to understand from your perspective, since you are putting out this bill, there are various provisions to the bill that have been highlighted. You are seeking fast-track courts that look at such issues of false complaints that have been filed, but you are also mentioned in the bill that women will be protected in their own way. This will in no way influence the women victims who come forward with their complaints. This is only for men who are in fact subjected to false complaints that are being filed against them. I want to understand, you've also stated that there will be a whole deliberation, and only when a court declares that a case or a complaint is false, then this National Commission for Men will intervene. Do you believe that this will be possible to implement on the ground, sir?
Yeah, you see, we know there is a bill which helps women and which have matured over a period of time. There are many amendments have come, many new laws have come which can help women. But as I said earlier, there is no such legal protection to men. But at the same time, we do want that men should not misuse the provisions of law to harass the women further. So looking at that, I have tried to make it a very balanced bill where the men should not misuse the provisions of this bill or this law if it comes into existence, and it should be done after due processes followed if a complaint is received against any woman by men, because ultimately we need to protect both gender, and of course looking at our history we need to protect our women more. So taking care of that, I have tried to make a balance. Okay, on one side we should help men, but at the same time the women unnecessarily should not suffer.
Right. And Dr. Mittal, obviously this is something that I want to understand from your perspective, because a private member's bill has not seen so much success in the history of our parliament, especially since 1970. So how do you expect that this bill will fare? You introduced it in December 2025. Do you wish to, adopt some more measures? Do you want to push it as a government bill later on if it does not go through? How do you plan to move forward with this?
Thank you very much, ma'am. You have put a very deep question, I think, which is highly appreciable. Generally, private member bills do not succeed, but at the same time, these bills help create an environment. If you see, Women Commission of India, before it came into existence, many parliamentarians, MPs have presented these kind of bills as a private member bill in the parliament. And slowly the consensus built. It may take 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, that's a matter of time. But slowly the society realizes, the government realizes, the parliament realizes that we need to have these kind of enactments. So I feel I have just sown the seed. If it doesn't succeed as on date, but definitely it will create an environment which will help in future for the men to safeguard their rights.
But then, Dr. Mittal, a follow-up question arises. Are you willing to wait for such a long time for the bill to actually take shape? Because we are seeing instances like the Pune case which are coming to the fore every now and then. So how do you plan to wait it out, or do you plan to really aggressively push this forward, sir?
As an individual member, whatever my rights are to help mankind, especially men, I would continue to do that within my legal rights as a member parliament, as a citizen. And at the same time, we have got new legal laws, Bharat Nyaya Sanhita, which is a very balanced law. And the problem the men face today have been enshrined in those enactments also, which are already in force. And so long my bill or such bill is not converted into law, I think the provisions, the remedies available under the legal or criminal laws, we will continue to avail, and I'll advise men community to avail those remedies till these enactments are made.
Right. And Dr. Mittal, I also want to understand, since you've proposed this bill, any provision that you'd like to highlight for our viewers that you think is of utmost importance in this entire bill?
I feel if a man face any harassment at the hands of women or wives or fiancés or maybe someone else, that harassment should be stopped, and they should have legal remedies at the earliest, so that our women should not suffer, at the same time the men should not suffer. That's important.
Right. And Dr. Mittal, my last and final question to you will be the financial allocation, because that has also been talked about. a proposed financial allocation has been of around 3,650 crore rupees for this entire bill over a course of 5 years. And I want to understand, will it have, implementation in, health setups or mental counseling for men? Will financial, allocation be towards that as well, towards health aids for men?
Absolutely correct. This financial allocation which I have requested is not very big as per the size of our country. And it is to be shared by, of course, central government, but state governments separately can also contribute in that. And I feel there are many NGOs also who do a good job in these kind of areas. They can also support. But looking at the problem, the spend is very nominal, and I can say it notional, not nominal, even notional. And I hope when the government decides to enact it as a law, the financial amount will not be a constraint for that.
All right. Thank you so much, Dr. Mittal, for taking out your time and for bringing your valuable perspective on this issue.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, viewers, we now have some breaking news coming in.